year. Pass inside, basket by Kostick on the give and go. Audrey Ramsey with the ball. Maya Gusto, number 1 for Tampa. Sarah Jones, number 15. Malia Sullivan, number 24. And Sydney Kinn in the middle, number 2. The Spartans are coached by Tom Jesse. Associate head coach is Caitlin Mitrick. Assistant coaches are Tommy Jones and Elena D'Alfredo. Shot clock working its way down to 2. Gusto on the drive, fouled. Starting lineup for Lynn coming into today's game will be number 2, Loie Webb. Number 10 is Jada Marone. Number 11 is Ella Fiore. Number 12 is Luce Kostick. And number 21 is Megan Cram. Head coach is Julia Tucker. Assistant coaches are DJ Sliffer, Kira Garner, and Daisy Jordan. J.D. Slifer. From deep, Fiore, no good. Kinn with the rebound.
Hey, Jack, and chiming in, looks like Sydney Kinn has a new hairdo.
It does, yeah. Got it braided, maybe.
Right.
Sullivan had that shot deflected. By the way, this is a happy Gasparilla Day weekend down here in Tampa, as one of the biggest outdoor events in the United States is going on right now. Ooh, grabbing the rebound in front of Sullivan was Fiore.
Yes, Gasparilla has really grown over the years. It's a funny thing with the Gasparilla is that I never attended it during college because Coach Schmidt always made sure that we had an away game on Gasparilla Day. So even when I graduated, I never really went because I didn't know what I was missing.
Well,
thanks, Coach.
They say it attracts about 250,000 people, and Gasparilla is a festival celebrating Tampa's pirate days from the 1800s. It's named after John Gaspar, who was a pirate who used to sail the waters of the Gulf of Mexico around Tampa and plunder for money.
Right. When I think about that, I think of Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yes.
From
think of that.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
You probably got the right theme.
Wow.
And if you put 2 and 2 together, that's why they're called the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Bam.
Make that little line across there. There's definitely a pirate history in Tampa Bay. It's such a big event that the parking ramp here on Tampa at the university, they put a security guard, and you have to tell him why you're here.
Yeah, several. I mean,
so many people would love to park here.
Sullivan
fouled.
I can tell you this: if the school wanted to make any extra cash, not that they're in need or lack, but they can charge $25, maybe even to $50 because it's special event parking.
And you are really close right here.
Yeah, and right, and they could that would just be extra money to use for miscellaneous reasons. Yeah,
broadcasters and producers and directors. 2-1, Lynn on top with a couple free throws.
Anyway, back to the game, Jack.
Yes. But Gasparilla is held on Bayshore Drive, which is about 2 blocks from here.
It's considered the longest sidewalk in the world.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Marone with the drive on the bucket.
And that would be a Jeopardy question.
This is true. And there's a parade that starts about 2 o'clock. I believe they said at 11:30 the Pirates invaded Tampa. And then there's a parade coming up a little bit later. Most of the TV stations televise it. It is big.
Maya Gusto with some nifty ball handling, as we've come to expect from her.
Tracks it down, looks at the shot clock. It's down to 5. Long 3, off the rim, no good. 4-1, Tampa trails. They're off to a slow start in this one, 2 minutes into the game. Audra Leopold getting ready to check in. The pass. Marone thought somebody was cutting. Didn't get it.
I think she saw a pirate.
Spooked her. Tampa comes in winners of their last 7 and have climbed up the rankings.
Yes, all they have done, the women that is after losing, dropping their first game and only game of the season, the PBA, Palm Beach Atlantic, is start a new winning streak.
Right. They're 16-1, so they were 9-0 before losing to PBA. Now won 7 in a row.
I'll tell you that if I can lose a game after winning 9, lose a game, and then win 7, I'll take it every time.
Sure. Gusto from downtown. As a matter of fact, this winning streak started on January 1st, Happy New Year then, when they went to Lynn and picked up a 74-68 win. So Lynn is not a pushover of any stretch. Nice shot in the middle there. Megan Cram, a 5'9" grad student. Though Cram looks bigger than 5'9", if you ask me.
Yeah, she has a very athletic build also. Yeah. She's not a pushover on the court in any way, sense, or form.
Checking into the lineup is Michaela Hemingway, a 5'11" sophomore for the Lynn Fighting Knights. That's Marone on the drive, comes back out. Long three. Cram, no good. Tipped into the hands of Kin. Gusto the other way.
Tell you this, Marone, her first step is like an NFL running back. She's quick.
Sullivan, reverse layup, and we're tied 6-6. I watched video of these guys playing Eckerd last weekend, and Marone loves to drive to the basket, and she can give you a couple fakes, and all of a sudden you're there. She's the other way.
She looks like a sprinter.
Has a broken nose, so she does have a face mask. There you go. There's the move. Missed that one, though. Yeah. So she's going to give Gusto. She's going to be a handful.
Yes, but I'll tell you this, Gusto
could reciprocate.
Yep, she's up. She's always up to the challenge.
Sullivan knocks it down.
That low arcing but accurate jump shot of Malia Sullivan.
Goes about 10.5 feet above the ground.
Found nothing but net.
You know what they say about college players who are really good in a different sport. Malia Sullivan could play on Sundays next year.
Yeah,
she can play somewhere professionally.
Yeah, she's tough. I mean, because I think on the next level for her, she would be a prototypical small forward.
Yeah,
that could moonlight as a 4, depending on who she's playing against.
Kin could be playing next year if she wants to. This is the under 5 timeout. 3:37 to go in the first quarter. 8-6, Tampa on top, right here on TampaSpartans.tv.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Wow.
Yeah, no choice. Tampa with the ball into Sullivan. Spartans now leading 8-6. Sullivan muscles her way in, misses, gets the rebound, kicks it out to Ramsey, or Leopold, I should say, who dishes off to Ramsey.
Strong play. Strong offensive rebound, getting a missed shot by Malia Sullivan.
Sullivan at the elbow, bounces around, no good. Rebound to Kennedy Filson, who just checked into the lineup. Also in is Danielle Montalbano, as Julia Tucker not afraid to sub early in the game. on the drive. Filson got fouled. Should be on Kin. It was on, actually, just checking into the lineup, Eleanor Marcheski, who got the foul. Just the first foul on Tampa, 4 already on Lynn. In women's college basketball, they play the 10-minute quarters, and you are in the double bonus. There is no bonus, but you go double bonus on your 5th foul. And then it resets each quarter. Couple free throws down, and we're tied at 8. Marcheski up top, and Kin is rolled over. Totally unintentional. Sarah Jones back in, but Kin will go to the free throw line. And as we just pointed out, that's the 5th foul. So even though she did not have the ball, she shoots 2.
I tell you this rotation, I mean, you come off the bench with Audra Leopold for Sarah Jones. Now Maya Gusto goes to the bench, and then comes Sarah Jones.
Right.
There's no drop-off.
Yeah, that's a wicked rotation.
The only thing, somebody has to start, someone has to come off the bench, but they're all very well-skilled players. And they get along so well with sharing the time in the court.
So they've got 4 really good guards who can handle the ball, score. Spartans have the ball. It's 10-8. Ramsey up top. Looking for a pick from Kin. Gets it. Free throw line out to Marcheski. Into Kin. Kin off one leg, won't go.
See, there's no one player you key on to stop. Like, if you shut this player down, then you're cutting the head off the snake.
Yep.
No, this snake has like 7 heads.
Yep. And that doesn't even count Malia Sullivan, who could play guard.
Right.
Sydney Kin with the bucket, and the Spartans lead 12-8.
Model of efficiency, because if you double Kin, you leave the shooters open, and you leave driving lanes because she's such a good passer from the post.
And we've seen teams try that, double and triple team Kin, and she usually learns to just kick it back out.
Right. There's only one team that has success ultimate success against UT. Eckerd was a very formidable opponent.
Yes.
But Palm Beach Atlantic was the only team that they have dropped any game to.
And that was a bad shooting day for Tampa and a bad ball possession game. Unforced errors more than anything.
I will say this also. I mean, we did not have the favor of the whistle that day. and when I say favor, I'm not talking about favoritism. I'm just talking about calling
missing call.
And getting what you've earned.
Yeah. Yes. 12-8. A little more than a minute to go in the quarter. Sarah Jones. Ramsey. Inside to Sullivan. That's easy.
Yep. Great seal by Malia Sullivan.
Sullivan now with 5. And Tampa leads 14-8. Sullivan actually now has 7. Backdoor, a little Harvard Princeton offense.
Yes, sir.
Say. Had the right league.
I tell you this, I mean, basketball is simple. I know there are nuances, new tricks and trades to the game, but some of the old stuff still works.
Yeah.
A lot of it, in fact.
And you catch somebody sleeping, that backdoor Princeton offense. Princeton, of course, ran it 100% of the time, but it'll fool you every so often. Kin finds a backdoor. Oh, Marcheski lost the handle. 5 seconds in the quarter. Up court quickly. Filson driving. Top of the key. Montalbano missing. And we've reached the first quarter. Played 10. Tampa leads 14-10. We'll step out and be back on TampaSpartans.tv. Second quarter underway. Ramsey with the ball for Tampa. As we said, Tampa on the season 10-1 in conference, 16-1 on the season total. Sullivan, little ball fake. Ramsey, free throw line jumper, good.
Nice. Yes, I love to see her get into the offense early. This team is almost unbeatable, even though she's had some great second halves after having non-scoring first halves.
That's her first shot, her first basket, 16-10. Tampa at the moment, 5 of 13 from the floor, 46%. 6 of 13 from the floor, 46%. Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be Tampa ball. Erin Antosh coming in for Tampa, replacing Sydney Kinn. Antosh, a senior from Townsend, Massachusetts, 6'3" senior. Been a great player for Tampa coming off the bench this year. Had some big games where she came in and rebounded really well. Had some games where she scored really well.
And as I've mentioned to you before, Jack, she's better because of Sydney Kinn. Mm-hmm. Even though she may not play as much, everyone wants to play all the minutes, but realistically, no, you can't. But coming in your spot minute time as a sub and being a part of something great, I adore that opportunity. And whenever I had it, whether I was the lead or the subordinate role player, I always cherished it.
Antosh had it knocked out of her hands. Come back the other way. Inside, easy bucket for Fiore. Fiore, her first basket, 16-12. Ramsey, free throw line jumper, knocks another one down from the free throw line.
Yeah, this team is almost unbeatable when she starts, clicking offensively. Audrey Ramsey, that is.
Looked at a three, kicks it back out. Fiore off the glass, won't fall, and Ramsey races in for the board. You were talking about you'd like to play all the minutes all the time. I am the king of insignificant sports trivia or history. There was and you also know I'm a Wisconsin Badger fan.
Right.
There was a Badger game in the 70s, which is a long time ago. But all 5 starters played all 40 minutes.
No one else played?
No subs. That was against Notre Dame. They had Austin Carr, who was a prolific scorer, and Wisconsin lost by about 5. Never subbed.
Seriously. I'll tell you this. They were in some great shape.
They had to have been. They kept it close, actually had the lead late. And it was on the road. I don't know if that makes a difference, but
yeah,
how do you never sub?
That's a sports trivia question for sure.
I put it every year it happens. I put it up there. Inside, Fiore muscles Ramsey and knocks it home, 18-14. Fiore now with 4. Back-to-back trips down, a couple baskets. Also has 3 rebounds and an assist. Marone back into the lineup. She is the engine on this team, but Fiore will get you the points.
I tell you this, the one thing with the Sunshine State Conference, there aren't too many nights off.
No.
The team that you think you're going to go and pad your stats against, if you don't come ready to play, will beat you.
Marone backs out, guarded by Sarah Jones. In, spins, runs into a wall called Erin Antosh, and it goes back out.
Great defense.
Just stood straight. Pass to nobody, goes out of bounds. Fiore averaging 13-3 for Lynn. The leading scorer, though, is Jada Marone, averaging 14-6. They're the 2 double-digit scorers for Lynn this season. Sullivan lobs it in to Kinn back in the lineup. Double team to Sullivan. Sullivan traveled. Spartans have 4 players in double digits. It starts with Sydney Kinn at 18-2. Also Maya Gusto at 11-1. Audrey Ramsey 10-8. And Malia Sullivan 13-6. So close to 55 points out of 4 of your starters. Marone missing that one. Sullivan picks it up off the floor. Gets it to Gusto. We are halfway through the second quarter. Sullivan steps back, or Gusto steps back, bounces, finally away to Marone.
I know she didn't hit the shot, but that was a perfect setup. She's so quick off the dribble, and her handle is almost flawless.
Foul call, basket scored by Clavina on another backdoor cut. It goes down, and Gusto gets the foul. That makes it 18-16. At 4:50 left in the quarter, that's the under 5 timeout. So we'll take a break too. 18-16 Tampa by 2 on TampaSpartans.tv. Tampa now by 2. 4-0 run for the Fighting Knights. Audra Leopold back in the lineup. Spartans with Ramsey, Leopold, Jones, Kinn, Sullivan. At the free throw line will be Clavina. Only 4 points a game, 3.5 points a game on the season. Leopold to Sarah Jones. Bounces it to Sullivan. Little weave going up top. Ramsey. She hit a couple of those free throw line jumpers. That time they knocked her down. Back out. 8 on the shot clock. Kinn drives. Lost the ball out of bounds. It'll stay Tampa ball. Shot clock shows 5. Tampa needs to be aware of that. Ramsey to inbound. Looking, finally finds Sullivan. Sullivan, free throw line, jumper, good.
You know, like when I see the ball go in, it's almost, and it's not to boost her ego, but Michael Jordan kind of shot with a low line, and because he elevated so much, he had a low arcing jump shot that was based on precision. And that's how Malia Sullivan's jump shot is. It's always on target.
20-17, Tampa by 3. Foul in the lane. Going to be called on Kostick. Fouling Kinn. That is just the first foul this quarter. Tampa will inbound. Ramsey under the basket to the right side. 20 on the shot clock. Lobs it into Kinn. Ramsey, top of the key. Sarah Jones on the drive. Skips it to the corner to Sullivan. Tough shot. Won't fall. Fights for it. Tips it out. But finally taken away by Loie Webb. Chance to tie for the Fighting Knights. Marone drives to the corner. Webb. 3. Tied.
Yeah, Lynn isn't going to give you a victory. There came up here seeking revenge. And the thing is, UT is undefeated on the road. Their only loss came at home.
Yeah.
So it seems as if Lynn is saying if Palm Beach Atlantic can beat them, we can also.
Spartans throw that one out of bounds. Gives Lynn the ball and a chance to take the lead, which they have not had since early in the game. We are under 3 minutes until halftime. Low-scoring game, 20-20. Both teams average around 70-plus points a game. Marone on the drive, fouled on the way in.
I think Ken got caught with her hand in the cookie jar.
It's 2 on Ken, so quickly Alani Gallagher into the Spartan lineup, the transfer from St. Leo. Grad student, 6 feet tall. Last year's conference defensive player of the year. And they take the lead. Marone knocks it down. Just her 3rd point of the game. Having an off day to this point, just 1 of 8. Gallagher with the rebound, stays 21-20. Sarah Jones, free throw line, back out. Ramsey looked at a 3, steps in, puts it up, and hits. Audrey Ramsey knew to step inside the arc, knocks her 3rd basket of the game down. She's 3 for 3 from the field, and the Spartans back by 1.
Good switch between Jones and Marcheski.
Hemingway airballed it. Fiore tries to save it, cannot. Ramsey gets a pick from Gallagher, uses the pick, looks at the free throw line, comes back out.
7 on the shot clock.
Leopold bounces. Oh,
wow.
that one just danced on the top of the rim, or the backboard before falling out. Stays a 1-point lead, 1.5 in the half. Marone, guarded by Jones, goes inside to Hemingway. Turnaround jumper, bounces around, no good. And Leopold up the court. Steals the ball, as that time Leopold did not see Marone. She missed the layup, though.
Luckily, it didn't cost.
Just a couple seconds off the clock is about it.
I wonder if that face guard impairs Marone's vision.
I don't know. She had a good game against Eckerd.
Gotcha. I would, me personally, I would find it uncomfortable to play with. I know some NBA players like Rip Hamilton.
Yeah.
I think LeBron James had one when he was with the Heat. So I guess.
Hemingway, 30 on the game clock, 10 shot clock. On the drive is Clavina, off balance, no good. Spartans will get one last chance. 25 seconds to go, now 20.
And Alani Gallagher, who's been such a great transfer as a grad transfer from St. Leo. Great addition to the team.
10 seconds in the quarter. Leopold feeds Gallagher, but bounced it a little bit too low with too many people around when they turn the ball over. So with 4 seconds to go, Lynn will get the last second shot.
To give credit to the opponent, that Jada Marone, she was down in there digging out.
Yep.
Not great cover down on her part.
She's going to let the ball bounce. Now she comes, 3 seconds. Outside the arc, going to put up a 3, no good. Halfway down, it came out. And we've reached halftime with the score, Tampa 24, Lynn 21. We'll take a timeout, come back in about 10 minutes, and we'll give you all the stats you're watching on. And we're going to have Justin Pekka, the associate men's basketball coach, come up for a second. So we'll hang here, and I'll run through some stats for you. Gusto with 3 for Tampa. Ramsey has 6. Sarah Jones has 2. And on the other side, Clavina with 3, Webb with 3, Marone with 3, and Fiore with 4. Justin Pekka, associate men's basketball coach, joining us, and we got our contract.
Can't hear you.
Joined by Justin Pekka to talk to us about coming up after this game. We have men's basketball, same two teams. It'll be Tampa against Lynn. You look at the standings, Tampa has lost the last 3. I tell you what, other than the Nova Southeastern game, which nobody has played them close this year, these games have just sort of been in the balance until the end.
Yeah, we're all kind of beating up on each other. I think there's 4 teams tied for second, and the next 4 are also tied. So everyone's kind of beating up on each other. Within 2 games, we could be in second or last. So it's kind of crazy.
I would think the goal at this point is nobody's catching Nova. So get yourself in position to get a home court conference.
Yeah, we'd
game.
love to play a home court conference tournament game, obviously, but getting in the conference tournament is definitely one of our goals for the season.
This has been a kind of a season that started slow. You lost 6 of your first 8 games. They were all non-conference except 1. You won that first game. But since then, you've been playing 500 or better. So but you've been it's like every game I say, who's not healthy? And you always have an answer, unfortunately.
Yeah, we faced a lot of adversity so far this year, just like a lot of teams in our league have. I think we've done a good job of battling it, though. And, even our losses, we have, I think 3 out of our 5 conference losses are by less than 7 points. So, we're in the games, we're playing hard, just haven't been able to finish all of them, but just working on getting better as a group.
You've had players who have gotten sick, players who've got injury problems. This week, not a good week.
This week, we've battled COVID. COVID's made a little resurgence here in the Tampa program, so battling some adversity. But the guys that were healthy had a really good week. We got up a lot of individual stuff, a lot of reps, a lot of film. So we're going to come out and play a tough Lynn team today.
Coaching staff too, right?
Coaching staff too, yeah. Knock on wood, not me.
Yeah.
Been taking some vitamins, I guess, but coach is doing better. Guys are doing better, so going to come play hard today.
Players who have didn't play roles early in the season are now playing more significant roles.
Yeah.
Jesse White, one who, if I remember right, you said he had to get used to our system.
Yeah.
You said he had to get in basketball shape.
Yeah, he's definitely in better shape. He's lost some weight and he's moving better, and it's tough when you're a new guy, learning the system, learning coaches' expectations, learning the league, how to play with new teammates. But he's doing a lot better, and he's definitely one of our more important guys.
I tell you what, if you guys played outdoors, his shooting range would be unlimited.
Yeah,
he's
got some range
because of the walls around the gym.
Yeah, he's got some range for sure.
He's not afraid to shoot.
No,
they go down.
He's not shy. He makes them. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, there was an old coach, Abe Lemons, from years ago, who said. He said, we do run and shoot, but I'd like us to do run and make. Yeah,
we like makes better than shooting, for sure.
Isaiah Young, a sophomore transfer in from the Chicago area, getting more playing time.
Yeah.
Not tall, but quick.
Yeah, he's really a cerebral player, pretty good defensively. He does a good job for us off the bench, gives us some depth at the guard spot. He's doing a good job.
But this team, to me, goes the way Micah Brown goes, it seems like.
It does what?
This team kind of goes the way Micah Brown goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Micah's kind of the heart and soul, old man of the team. And, he's been here a while. And definitely, we definitely go
But then
in his
Tyson
direction.
Lato, to me, is a force inside.
He's been a beast lately.
Yeah.
He's had a couple big double-doubles, and he's gotten extremely better as the season has gone on. And his upside is definitely
He's
pretty
kind of
high.
had to step up the role a little bit because Yarden Willis has back problems. It's kept him out again.
Yeah, Yarden's missed quite a few games, so Tyson's been playing a lot of minutes, and he's also in better shape now. He's able to play more minutes and staying out of foul trouble, and his field goal percentage is higher. Last year, I think he averaged like 4 and 4, and this year he's got to be averaging close to a double-double. So.
Well, we're going to cut it short because I know you've got things to do other than talk to us all day. But
I love talking to you guys.
Which I like to do anyway. You figured that out. Usually you say, okay, Jack, go.
Yeah. Were you at the Gasparilla brunch today or no?
I did not, no.
I know DeCarlo was there. So.
No, well, he always knows where there's a free meal.
He finds the free food.
But we're 4 o'clock thereabouts with Lynn. We look forward to the game, and let's pick up the big W.
We hope so.
All right.
I hope so.
Associate head coach Justin Pekka joining us. That game at 4. At the half, though, in the women's game, 24-21, Tampa leads Lynn. We'll be back. Welcome back, everybody. Jack Ike along with two-time Hall of Famer DeCarlo DeVoe for the second half of the Tampa women's basketball game. Tampa leading at half, 24-21. Scoring for the first half, Maya Gusto had 3. Audrey Ramsey with 6. Sarah Jones has 2. Tampa 10 of 23 from the floor. That's 43.5%. On the other side, Lynn not shooting well, but within 3 of Tampa, as Clavina has 3, Webb has 3, Marone has 3, and Fiore with 4. They're 8 of 27, so less than 30% from the floor. Second half underway. Gusto, Kin with the ball. Also on the floor, Jones, Ramsey, and Malia Sullivan, original starters for Tampa. A low-scoring half for two teams that average about 70 points a game. Sullivan fouled on the jumper, and she'll go to the line. Sullivan knocks that down. One of the stories of the first half is Lynn is just 1 of 10 from 3. Tampa also with just 1, but only took 3 of them. Lynn has 27 shots. Tampa had 23. Tampa up 26-21. Marone lost the handle on the ball and just threw it out of bounds. 6 turnovers now on Lynn. Tampa not a very aesthetically pleasing half, had 9 turnovers.
No.
That's about their game average. Kin with the bucket. Tampa 28-21, biggest lead of the game. Kin now with 6. Malia Sullivan leading Tampa with 11. And Fiore might have gotten away with a little push. That's Fiore's 3rd, and so she'll come out with 4 points. Not that it's a lot of points, but she is the leading scorer for Lynn at this point.
She's one of the leaders, so whenever you're missing one of your leaders, things go, oh, wow.
Tampa reciprocates with a off-ball foul. Is it on Kin for the pick? If it is, that's her 3rd. It's on Gusto, her 1st.
Dodge the bullet right there.
28-21, Tampa on top. Inside, Kostick. Pass out onto the wing. Webb back out. Long 3. In. Did about a 720 around the rim before going in by Megan Cram. Cram now with 5, and it's 28-24. Thanks again to Justin Pekka for coming up and talking to us. Ramsey, 3. Good.
Right back at you.
She's got 9, 4 of 5 shooting. And Tampa up 7 again.
That's 80% from the field, if my math is correct.
It is correct. Foul on the way in by Gusto. She picks up her 2nd foul. And she immediately starts heading toward the bench, though Audra Leopold, I think, was coming in for her anyway.
Well, I'd say
that is her 3rd, actually, yeah.
Yeah, that was good offense by Lynn, but I would tell you this, to Maya Gusto's credit, she didn't let the player get the ball up to the basket for an attempt at an and one.
Yes. Chloe Webb to shoot. You look at the starting lineup for Lynn, 4 grad students and a sophomore. So a few transfers, 2 of them from the University of San Francisco.
Wow.
D1 coming down to this level, and they are both from Europe.
Isn't that where Robert Parrish went, I think?
No, Robert Parrish went to Centenary. Bill Russell.
Bill Russell, sorry.
And Sam Jones, I believe, was his teammate.
And Bill Cartwright also.
Cartwright? I think you're right. You are right, yes.
Bill Cartwright, right.
Bill Russell won an NCAA championship in the 50s. I think it was Sam Jones was on the team with him.
I think he was.
I know one of his Celtics teammates was his college teammate. 31-28 on that basket by Hemingway. Well, I tell you, we know so much old trivia, don't we?
And when you talk about, University of San Francisco, NBA Hall of Famers going to University of San Francisco winning a national championship. That's unheard of.
Well, they were a power then.
Yeah, in today's basketball. I mean, it has to be UNC or Duke or Villanova, but you study, you gotta be you gotta study the history of your sport if you want to be a consummate professional.
Well, you look at some teams from the past, and I don't know how far back you want to go, but Loyola Chicago won a championship in the 60s. The Ramblers, they were a power for a few years. DePaul with Ray Meyer out of Chicago, they were a power for about 10 years. Those teams are just fighting for respect now. Right.
I mean, right now with DePaul, if they just kept every guy in Chicago, the best players in Chicago home,
they'd have 10. They'd be the UCLA of the Midwest.
Right.
Yes.
That's what they used to do, but now they can't.
Well, Ray Meyer just put a fence around Chicago back then.
Literally.
Yeah. 31-30 is what was a 7-point lead, is now a 1-point lead for Tampa. Lynn, as we said earlier, won't go away and doesn't plan to. Kostick in between the rings, backdoor cut. Webb looking, finds Kostick again. She traveled. Looked too appetizing to go in there without putting the ball down first.
The thing with the backdoor cut, Leopold was beat for a minute, but she recovered very well to not give up the layup.
Yep.
And force would eventually be a Lynn turnover on that possession. But I'll tell you this, UT right now, Lynn is like that gnat that you shoo away and it comes back buzzing at your ear.
Yeah.
You try to smack it, but you can't, so it keeps buzzing. They're going to have to put Lynn away.
Yeah. Ramsey back out. Leopold in the lane. Lost the ball, goes out of bounds. They say it went off of Montalbano. Tampa will keep it. 11 on the shot clock.
Lucky bounce for UT.
Eleanor Marcheski in, Malia Sullivan out. Gets the ball. Under 10 now on the shot clock. Down to 5, Sarah Jones. Ramsey sees that there's 3, backs up, misses. Into the hands of Leopold, though, a fresh 20.
I like this 20-second shot clock, and I was at a high school game last night, Jesuit versus Plant at Plant High School, and I'm sorry, I wish they would implement
no
a
shot clock
in
at
high
all,
school.
right?
Yeah, it's just sometimes it's necessary.
Gallagher missed that one, but got the rebound and now got fouled. And
Good
I think the foul's on Montalbano.
2 offensive rebounds on the same possession. That's great. That's great work.
Well, to me, when you talk, we said that Gallagher was the defensive player of the year in the conference.
Right.
To me, offensive rebounding is goes hand in hand with defense.
Yes, it does, because it keeps the possession away from the other team, from your opponent.
It's kind of a defensive move because you're being blocked out trying to get the ball. Ramsey. Marcheski for 3 off the front of the rim. Out of bounds.
Good concentration to get a good shot off with the Lynn player converging on her.
4:50 to go in the quarter. This is the under 5 timeout. 31-30, Tampa on top. TampaSpartans.tv. 31-30, Lynn trails Tampa by 1, but Lynn has the ball. Hemingway finds Webb. Clavina. Montalbano back out. Hemingway looking to get a pick. Sullivan puts the tight defense on. Shot clock to 5. Cram back out. Jump shot, free throw line, no good. Gets her own rebound. That is Filson, and she puts it up and in. And Filson with her second basket of the game. First basket of the game, I should say, 4th point. She was 2 for 2 from the free throw line. And into the lead with 4 minutes to go in the quarter is Lynn.
That shot by Filson was just her will mixed with her skill.
Marcheski gets the good pass from Sullivan, and Tampa back up by 1.
The move all set up by the backdoor cut. If Marcheski doesn't cut, she's not the recipient of that pass.
Filson back out. Filson and Gallagher trying to post each other up. Filson off the glass, no good. Marcheski to Ramsey.
Filson is that wiry, long, quick type post player. Very lengthy and rangy.
Sullivan can't get it to go. Wanted a foul, doesn't get it. Filson's listed right there with the jumper at 6'2", and she puts him back up. Gallagher at 6 feet. Kinn sitting out, maybe till the end of the quarter with 3 fouls.
Yeah, you can't risk her picking up another one right here.
Maybe into the 4th quarter. Sullivan trying to see what she can do. Fade away, won't go. Tell you, Hemingway gives Sullivan some tough looks. Lynn by 1.
Yeah, Sullivan is usually like bigger and stronger than some of the opponents
Not
that
today.
she's faced. Yes.
Shot clock to 6.
Get a stop. Get a stop.
Montalbano, good.
Wow.
This may be the biggest lead Lynn has had. No, let me see. Largest lead was 3, so it was 4-1. They have equaled their largest lead at 36-33. Spartans missed that. Sullivan gets it back off the glass and in.
I tell you this, Coach Jesse is politicking for a foul on Sullivan's last make. But Malia, she's a bully down there.
Tom Jesse also has Sydney Kinn ready to come back in with under 2 minutes in the quarter.
I guess he doesn't want to lose control of this game.
Backing it out is Montalbano. Into Hemingway. Shot clock to 3, 2. Shot up, airballed. And Webb wanted a foul on the 3, doesn't get it.
Can I give a big shout out for the hustle by Audrey Ramsey? She came and doubled in the post, in the mid-post area, and then hustled all the way on the opposite side baseline to challenge the three-point attempt, in which she forced an air ball.
Minute and a half to go in the quarter. Tampa down 1. Ramsey with the ball. Sarah Jones, top of the key. Inside to Sullivan. Traveled. Little hop, step, and a jump there. And with 1:12, Lynn gets the ball back. To the corner. Loads up a 3. No good. Sarah Jones with the rebound. That was Rachel Romick missing that shot. She played a lot last year, has had a more limited role with the Fighting Knights this year. Only a sophomore. Into Kinn for the bucket. Tampa back up with 40 to go in the quarter.
Psychologically, it's best to be front running.
They will have to shoot. There's about a 6-second difference.
Yeah, Lynn is going to try to attempt to hold for the last shot, but UT should have a fast break opportunity.
Tipped away by Jones, out of bounds. That'll force Lynn with 8 seconds on the shot clock to reset the offense.
Yeah, Jones has such quick hands, always in the passing lanes.
And smart move to get Gallagher back in, Kinn out, so as not to get a foul in the last 15 seconds. Marone with the ball. Clock ticks. Tries to drive on Jones. Does. Puts it up. No good. Tipped into the hands of Sullivan.
Watch out.
7, 5, 4. Inside to Gallagher.
Oh!
Point blank shot for the lead. And Tampa will take a 1-point lead into the fourth quarter. Could have been 3. Will be just 1. 37-36. We'll take a timeout on TampaSpartans.tv.
Man,
For college sports.
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
We've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us.
And for college sports.
Mine thinks it's doing something. Not sure what happened. Fourth quarter underway. Tampa 37, Lynn 36. Number 3 team in the nation, Tampa. Hands full with the Fighting Knights. Fiore. Kostick inside. Marone posts up Sarah Jones and scores. 38-37. Marone, the leading scorer on the team for the season, just their 5th point of the day. Inside to Sydney Kinn. She's got, and they're waving off the basket. She wanted it to count, but it won't. Foul on the floor beforehand. That'll be the first foul of the quarter.
Is that foul on Marone?
They are saying it's on, yes, Marone, her second. Ramsey to inbound, finds Marcheski. Ramsey. Sarah Jones on the drive off the glass, no good, tipped away into the hands of the Fighting Knights. They
Ken
come to the
almost
other
had
end.
that rebound. It got tipped at the last second.
Romick, Kostick, Marone. And she scored.
Wow.
Off the glass, she goes to the ground. Ball goes in, she gets up.
Wow.
And she'll go to the line. The foul is called, I think, on Sarah Jones. That's who they put on the board. Her first. I tell you, though, Marone loves to drive, and more often than not will either get the bucket and the and one or a couple throws. She's going for the and one here. Lynn by 3.
This is a tough spot for the Spartans.
Marone averages 14. She's only 3 of 13 on the day. Misses the free throw. She has 7 today. Break for the Spartans as that shot, free throw, was missed. Ramsey inside to a rolling Kinn, layup in. Very athletic move by Sydney Kinn. Kinn with double digits. She and Sullivan double digits for Tampa. Kostick has it knocked out of her hands. Kinn takes the pass away.
Yes.
Can't throw it over a 6'2" person with long arms. Ramsey with the ball. Spartans down 1. Just a touch over 8 to go.
Yeah, I want to get that ball into Ken. Keep it going into Ken. You want to win? Pass it to Ken.
Ken's playing high post at the moment to Sullivan. 5 on the shot clock. She goes baseline. Off the glass. Beautiful shot by Sullivan, her 15th of the game.
Well, Sullivan rhymes with Ken. So if you want to win, Sullivan or Ken.
We could do variations on a theme. You want to win, Ramsey's in.
Right. No, they're a whole conglomerate of good players.
Yeah. Tampa by a point. Ticking down to 7 minutes in the game now.
Yes.
Ken fouled on the way up. She'll shoot. Second foul of the quarter, but this is a shooting foul.
This is such an important stretch in the game, and I guess, Coach Jesse, sometimes if you don't gamble early, you lose late. And he took a gamble and trusted Ken, even though she has 3 fouls, to come out and start this fourth quarter instead of sitting, because this is such an important stretch. This is where you can win or lose the game.
Yep. Ken, 78% free throw shooter. Is 3 for 3 today. 42-40. That one too strong, but Sarah Jones had it, tipped out of her hand. Inside. Filson has it blocked by Ken. Ramsey has it. Quickly up court to Gusto. Doesn't have numbers, but she gets in the lane and backs it out.
She had a cut in Sydney Ken, but couldn't find her.
Gusto with a quiet day, but her floor leadership has been invaluable to this point. And as I say that, she drives and scores. And Julia Tucker wants a timeout as Tampa is, hard to say it, but in this game exploded to a 4-point lead.
Yes, no, it has been an explosion.
44-40. We'll step out for a quick break right after this. (44-40), Tampa by 4. Lynn with the ball. Marone across the timeline. Fiore. Marone looks to drive, this time left, has to come back out. Cram. Webb to Marone. Back out. Filson. Shot clock to 8. Top of the key, Cram on the way. Good.
That's a big shot. Huge shot.
Cram now with 8, and it's 44-41. No, they called it a 2. All right, 44-43. Inside to Ken. That play works a lot. Ken now with 13, 6 rebounds.
She's nice seal by Ken, but the pass was perfect from Sullivan over the defense.
Fiore on her drive, in and out, gets her own rebound, in and out to Filson, in.
Wow. Yeah, Filson is really active. I'm watching her. She's very athletic. She's always on her toes, never getting caught flat-footed.
5 minutes, a little more than 5 minutes to go in the game. It's 46-45 Tampa. Sullivan, jumper, bounces around, no good. Lynn with a chance to take the lead again.
I would like to run that ball back in the post to Ken before I take a jump shot right now.
Marone rolls it around and in. Marone now with 9. And Lynn back to a 1-point lead, 47-46. Ramsey on the drive, scoops it up, won't go. Webb the other way, quickly up court to Fiore.
Got to get a stop right here, Jack.
Fiore on the drive, uncontested, missed it. And Kin with the rebound.
No matter the result of this game, Lynn is going to look at this game film and be like, how many layups did we miss?
Yeah.
I know UT is giving a few themselves, but Lynn has missed more.
Sullivan, Jones, 3 on the way. That one's wide. And the rebound to Cram. 4 minutes to go.
You got to go inside. You got to stay aggressive.
Yeah, they haven't touched the post the last 2 times. Marone dishes to Filson, who lays it in. Nice little give and go. They're so used to Marone shooting, they went her way, and she found Filson.
See, right now, Lynn are getting 2-foot shots, and we're shooting jump shots out on the perimeter. We got to stay aggressive.
3-point game for Lynn. Sullivan fouled,
right.
She'll shoot. Fiore on the foul. That's only her second. This will be the under 5 timeout. 3:28 to play in the game. Lynn 49, Tampa 46. We'll be right back.
I pledged.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
(49-46). Lynn by 3. Malia Sullivan will be shooting 2 for Tampa. An 82% shooter on the season. Hits the first. Tampa at 10-1, technically at the moment in second place in the conference because Eckerd is 11-1. Tampa did not play last Wednesday. Second one missed.
I mean, 1 point is better than no points at this juncture.
You get a stop here, you can come back and tie. Marone, Sarah Jones, nice job not letting her get the baseline. Cram outside, lobbing it inside to Kostick. On Kin, lays it in. Kostick with 4 fouls, not afraid to post up Kin, who has 3 fouls.
That's when you need that cover down, because you know Kin has, 3 fouls. Costa's going at her. She took 1 dribble, 2 dribble. Someone should be shooting down to challenge.
Sarah Jones on the drive. 2-point game. 4 points for Sarah today.
Both teams are trying to keep the pressure on one another.
To the corner. Webb. No good. Kin fights for it. Kostick has fouled out.
Yes.
That'll be foul number 5 on Kostick.
Tough break. I know she's upset. She just made the tough left-handed layup over Kin, but this time Kin got the rebound over her and forced her 5th foul.
That'll put Hemingway back in the game.
A bit more size, but we have more height in that matchup.
2:20 to go in the game. Tampa down 2. Gusto. Kin, top of the arc. They need her down low, but she's running the perimeter at the moment. Ramsey for 3. Good. Tampa takes the lead.
I'm going to tell you this. I know we're in Tampa, but it feels like winter outside, and Audrey Ramsey is cold-blooded.
Hemingway looks at a 3, goes inside, finds Fiore, and Ramsey had the ball, but they're going to get her for a foul.
Oh, wow. She had that ball in a vice grip.
Yeah, and the ref was behind.
He anticipated.
Yeah.
He anticipated a foul, but it really wasn't.
Yeah, it's not a shooting foul, so that's only the second on Tampa. So really no harm, no foul with Ramsey picking up just her first foul.
I'm thinking about the possession,
Yeah.
taking it away from Lynn and having it.
And there Marone scores. Lynn back by a point. 1:30 to go in the game.
If we're allowed to take that possession, they don't have that opportunity to score.
Gusto back out. Ramsey into Kin. They look to double team. She fights. Doesn't score, but Hemingway will get the foul. Just her first, but it'll put Kin on the line. No, they're calling it on Fiore. She will foul out.
Wow.
And
Tough
she
break.
has been tough scoring lately, too.
Yeah, one of their leaders.
Not only that, their leading rebounder with 6, but she has fouled up. All right, they're changing it. They're changing it to Hemingway, which is who I thought committed the foul. Fiore went over and said, "Sir, I beg to differ." Kin hits it. We're tied.
Maybe her major is law.
May I rebut your call? Tampa on top by a point. Sydney Kin with 2 free throws. And the Spartans lead by 1. 1:10 to go in the game. Hemingway up top, guarded by Kin. Marone, she loves to drive. And there she goes. Steps back out. Webb from deep, no good. Rebound Fiore, back up. Missed it. Back up, blocked by Kin. She gets the rebound again. Blocked by Kin.
Wow.
Taken by Sullivan, and a foul is called, and I think that one will be the 5th on Fiore.
Yes, it is. Wow, what a great sequence of offense defensively by Sydney Kin.
Man.
And she didn't foul.
No.
She didn't have,
Stayed on the ground. Fiore's fouled out. Kin will go to the line. 50.9 seconds. I just kept hitting the repeat button. Kin with the block. Kin with the block.
Yeah, the long arm of the law. She holds it down in that paint, offensively and defensively.
Kin, a little strong, won't go in.
She could have.
Second one. Good. Tampa by 2, and a timeout by Julia Tucker. We'll keep it here. There's some other schools probably paying attention to this game. Other games in the SSC today, Rollins at Florida Tech. St. Leo is at Palm Beach Atlantic. Eckerd at Embry-Riddle. And Nova Southeastern at Florida Southern. Women's games, those are ones going on right now. The same schedule then with men's games after this. Eckerd on the road at Embry-Riddle. A big game in the conference as well. Men's basketball coming up right after this. About 30 minutes later. Tampa will be fighting to try to get into the upper division of the conference. Tampa by 2. Lynn will inbound. Clavina to Marone. They can run the clock down to about 20 if they choose. Clavina guarded by Ramsey. They swing it around to Marone. She's guarded by Jones. Looking for the pick. They switch to Sullivan. Marone with the drive. No foul called. She lost the ball. Sarah Jones gets it to Sullivan, who races for the ball and got fouled. Sullivan, wow, she just saw that ball and just like a hawk went and snared it before Lynn could take it. And then Tampa quickly takes a timeout. 28.6 to go. We'll stay here. Tampa by 2. So no foul called. It was a timeout called after Sullivan retrieved the ball.
These 2 free throws can help to close this game out for Lynn.
I don't think she's shooting. I think there was a timeout called.
Understood.
Before. But 28.6 to go, 27 on the shot clock. So basically a wash in terms of a last-second shot, holding the ball late.
Well, Lynn has to
So
foul.
Lynn will have to foul.
They have to. It's a must.
Yeah, trying to force a change of possession is not going to do them any good. Sullivan to inbound, right in front, right next to Tom Jesse. She gets the ball. Gusto cuts, gets the ball. She's the one good person to have the ball in her hands, and she got fouled by Cram. Gusto, 71% on the year. Gusto will shoot. 3-point lead, 20, 56, 53. Gusto just point number 6 on the day. Averages 11. Misses the one that would have made it a 2-possession game. And quickly taking the timeout is Lynn.
UT is keeping Lynn in the game by, missing some untimely free throws.
They missed 2 of their last 4 for the game. They're 11 of 16. As a team, they're a 72% free throw shooting team today, just at 69. So Lynn needs a 3. Do you go for the 3, or do you just take a quick basket, cut it to 1, and then play defense again and foul?
No, you try to get a quick basket and foul.
No matter what, if it's a 2 or a 3?
Yeah.
Go inside?
I think you drive for a layup so that if you miss the layup, hopefully you can draw a foul. But if you don't have a wide open shot, or even if you do a wide open 3-pointer and you miss, you get nothing. At least with the free throws, right now the clock is your enemy. So if you can get a quick layup and foul, or even if you miss the layup, you get fouled, you at least have a chance at points with the clock stopped.
Tampa's last couple games, they beat Embry-Riddle by 19. Had a close game against Florida Southern. Here we go. Inside to Hemingway. Kinn not letting her get in too far inside. Marone trying to drive. Tipped. No, back out to Hemingway. She's going to put a 3 up. Off wide. Gusto rebound. She's fouled. And with 12 seconds to go, Cram with the foul will put Gusto on the line.
Lynn looked like they were trying to shoot a 3.
Yeah, they did.
Because when Marone drove, she could have had a layup and then foul.
Yep.
The clock is your biggest enemy. And now they get nothing from the possession, and UT's going to get 2 free throws with a 3-point lead. Any one of these 2 free throws shuts the door on Lynn.
There's the first. Gusto, 7 on the day. And a 4-point Tampa lead. Won't say it's the dagger, but that hurt Lynn.
Right.
That might be the dagger.
Yep.
Though we've seen stranger things. Hit a 3, steal a ball, hit a 3. Lynn takes the timeout, 58-53. Kinn with 16. Sullivan with 16 to lead Tampa. Ramsey with 12. So there's 32, 46 of your 58 right there.
I hope nobody doesn't get mad at me for saying this, but you may need Reggie Miller right now in a wig.
And Spike Lee taunting him.
Right. Right. To come out here and pull Lynn out of this 5-point deficit with 12.4 seconds left.
Well, the 3 has not been a friend of Lynn today, and that's what they need. They are 3 of 17.
Maybe they shoot better at home.
The inbound pass to Marone. 10 on the game. They're running offense, which they don't want to do. Blocked. That should wrap it up as Kinn fights for it. It's a jump ball, Tampa ball on the possession arrow. So with 2.7 to go, this one's in the books, folks. But quickly, Tom Jesse with a timeout. One in conference play, 19-1 on the season, as Tom Jesse is 1 win away from a 20-win season, another one. That's just kind of become familiar territory for Tampa, closing in on that 20-win season. Sullivan to inbound.
That's the model of consistency and a model of winning. It's tradition, winning tradition.
They let the clock run out. Tampa, a winner, 11-1 in conference play, 19-1 on the season with a 58-53 win over the Lynn Fighting Knights. Lynn falling to 7-6 in conference play, 14-7 overall. Scoring, Clavina had 3, Webb with 5, Marone with 11 to lead in scoring, Cram with 8, Hemingway with 2, Montalbano with 4, Filson with 10, Fiore with 4, and Kostick with 6. They were 22 of 57, 38.6%, 3 of 18 from deep, just 16.7%, and 6 of 8 from the free throw line. They had 33 rebounds and 12 assists on the day. For Tampa, Gusto with 8, Kin and Sullivan sharing the scoring lead with 16, Ramsey with 12, Sarah Jones with 4, and Marcheski also with a bucket in the game. Tampa 21 of 47, that's 44.7%, 3 of 7 from the three-point line, 42.9. I think one thing is they used the three-point line judiciously. 7 3-pointers on the day,
right.
Hit 3 of them. They used it when they needed it. Free throw line, 13 of 18, that's 72%. 33 rebounds on the day, same as Lynn. They had 9 assists and finishing the day with 58 points. 58-53 the final. Men's game coming up in 30 minutes. So for DeCarlo DeVoe, Andre running the board, this is Jack Ike saying we'll see you